Hi everyone and welcome. This is Alex here of Advice by Alex, and if you like this channel, I ask you to hit the subscribe button with the little bell for all the notifications of when I go live and whenever I upload all my videos as well. Today we're going to be doing the weekly angelic messages for the week of May 5th through May 11th, 2025. So hopefully you all are doing absolutely fabulous and that you're having an absolutely fantastic start to the day and everything like that, or the week, I should say. Hopefully you are all having an absolutely fabulous time. If you hear any thunder in the background, that is just where it is raining and there's like a little thunder there as well. So I don't know what's going on with the weather today. Although it was supposed to rain again for today, tomorrow, and then I believe it will be clear the rest of the week, and that is here in Ohio. So, but let's go ahead and pull some cards. We'll tune in and see what is going on for everybody. So we do have the Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and see what is in store for everybody for this week. What does everybody need to know for this upcoming week of May 5th? May 5th. Alright, interesting cards to start out with. I can definitely say that is for sure. Interesting. I mean, overall, it will have its ups and downs, but I feel like overall it'll be a fantastic week energy-wise. Alright, so let me go ahead and tune in even deeper here, and then we'll see what is coming up in regard to the energy of this week and the messages from the angels, and then we'll get straight into the cards there, shall we? Alright, so one of the messages that is really coming through right away when I'm tuning into the energies of this upcoming week is that it is going to be a week where we are in our heads a lot. And I feel like this is in regard to what path that we should take. I feel that the universe is having a couple of doors open for us, and I feel that we've been really debating upon what path that we need to take, whether it be left or right, and see which path would be the best for us. So I feel like this is a week of analyzation, and we're going to be quite in our heads in regard to the different opportunities that are going to be presented before this week. And I feel like we'll need to make a decision about what is the best option for those coming up and what is coming in our way, basically. So it is basically a week of decision making for this. But in reality, whenever we have a week of decision making, it is where we are going to be basically we're going to be moving that forward into the next path, so to speak, and things like that. So that is really where that is at. So we're going to be moving it forward to the next path, and then once we get to that next path, I do feel that things will be a lot lighter for us, and I feel like right now we're just in this air compression that we are in right now. It's like it's kind of like things are compressing in around us, and we're making it feel like we're feeling overwhelmed by a lot of things and things like that. So I feel like right now is just a place where we are feeling overwhelmed. We are feeling um, uncertain about a lot of things right now, is what I'm really hearing. And I feel like one of the other messages that were coming through is that it's important to be honest with ourselves in regard to what is coming forward for this upcoming week. And I definitely feel like that is where the messages are coming in from in regard to the messages for this week. And I also was feeling a lot of heart-centered emotions. So I do feel like this is in regards to the matters of the heart as well. So I feel like this is in a couple different arenas. So I feel for half of us, it is in regard to our life path and our career. And I feel like for some, it's going to be for love and romance as well. So as I was feeling both of those options, and for different parts of the collective. So I feel like that this week is going to have its topsy-turvy moments, but I feel overall that it will work out. But I do feel that it's just going to be one of those ways that the universe pushes us in the right direction and shows us where we need to be in that exact moment. So, let us get here to the card here, shall we? So the overall here is that we have is win or lose. So this could go either way. And this is very much where us basically focusing on building our roots, so to speak, in regard to this card. So, either way, it's indicating we can form roots in either path that we go on. But it's up to us to make the choice for this week in regard to the path that we are meant to take, basically. So it's a decision time, basically. So that is basically the gist of this card. So either way, we can lay our foundation, we can grow in the path that we are going down, but it's up to us to feel and trust in our heart and soul in regard to the path that we are needing to take and things like that. So, but the next card here is that we have is the darkest fears. And this is us being in our heads, like I was mentioning. This is us seeing the worst case scenario, basically, as we are. So we as humans have this notion that things are going to go wrong if we choose one path or the other. Until we experience it, we don't know, but in reality, it's a positive path. Either way we go. So just to keep that in mind, it's not going to be horrible on either path. But overall, the energy will feel much lighter once that decision is made. So the next two cards came out together. We have is Blossoming, and Archangel Gabriel is very much around us, helping us to think outside of the box in regard to helping us figure out what direction that we need to go in regard to things being able to grow and learn from, basically. So, yes. So, and this is all about new birth, new direction, and where it's like a rebirth of things. So, and this is basically us for going down that right path, and then things continuing to grow and blossom. So, giving birth to new ideas, new outlets of where we can put our creativity to use, so to speak. So, that is really where that is at. So that is that card. The next card here that we have is New Vitality. So this will bring about that new energy that we were talking about, bringing that positivity, that less heavy energy that we were experiencing a little bit ago, once we make a decision on what path. Now, it could be this week that we decide what path we want to go down, or it could be a different week that we decide. Whatever day that you see this video, it is meant for you in that moment, as all the readings that are on this channel are timeless, and it is meant for whenever you see it, basically. So the next card here is that we have is Embrace. So I feel like this is ultimately that surrender of where we need to go to and what path that we go down, and just ultimately surrendering and then following through with that path. So I feel like this is just us acknowledging that we need to make a decision, us surrendering to that, and sticking with that decision. So that is there, basically, and things like that. So that is really where that is all about, and things of that nature. So the next card here is that we have is Success and Growth. And this is all about things continuing to grow. Things will be successful on our path. And it'll just be a slow build as we are getting there. And there may need to be some adjustments along the way when we are on this new path. And kind of like changing direction of where we need to go, basically. So that is where that is at, and things like that. So that is really where that is at, and that is kind of the outcome of this card. And then the next card here is that we have is Challenging Times. So I do feel like this is where that adjustments are needing to be played, make a step in that direction, as it is basically where I feel like this is all about making those adjustments that are necessary, and there are challenges on every new path, and just us learning those soul lessons along the way of where we are needing to grow from and learn from, basically, is really what this card is all about. So that is it's not a horrible card. It can definitely go away the more that we acknowledge our fears, and we acknowledge what we are scared of, in going down the path that we are. And those challenges can go away. I mean, yes, I will say that every path has learning lessons, so it's not necessarily where things are lovey-dovey and easy-breezy all the time, but it is there to help us grow and evolve and get us more in that solid foundation, and building that foundation that we have for ourselves. So the overall here is that we have is solar plexus. So this is not only about working on our solar plexus, but letting go of control, and also learning to believe in yourself and have the courage to take the leap of faith, in regard to getting us to where we need to go on our paths. So that is where that is at, basically, and things like that. So the next card here that we have is Helpless and Hopeless. So I feel like this is just us right now feeling stuck in what we are going to be doing. We don't know how we can get out of it right now, so we're kind of feeling like, oh my god, how do we get out of this? But you will find a solution for getting out of that loop, and you will be able to get to that other side of that. So that is very interesting. I feel like this reading is very, very interesting, in regard to getting us to the path that we need to get to, and things of that nature. So I was just debating on what cards. I think I will do the soul lessons cards here really quickly. I'm just keeping an eye on the time. I know this is a little bit longer of a reading. Yep, we're already at the 14-minute mark. So I'm just keeping an eye on the time, as I have things to do after this reading. Alrighty, so what is the current energy, and what does everybody need to know for this week? Oh, I love that. And just like a follow-up. Thank you, Spirit. I love when this happens. So the first card here is that we have is courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So basically, standing up for what you believe in, having the courage within yourself to make the change. Which, ironically, the next lesson here is change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement, so we need to make a decision on the choices that we need to make the changes that are necessary, and things like that. So that is there. And then this is confirming that last card from the other deck, the loneliness. I feel that I know that I'm never alone, which no one is ever alone because you have your spiritual team around you to be able to make that decisions or help you with decision making. And your spirit guides and loved ones on the other side are always there to help you. And you just have to ask for help, and they'll be able to assist you with whatever you need. But knowing that you are never alone in regard to making a decision. This is just knowing that you are worthy of being able to make this change, and that you don't have to do it alone, and you can ask others for help, even if it can be scary to ask others for help, because you don't know what they say or will say, but it is overall a positive experience when you do ask others for help and things like that, because they're there to support and love and guide you as well. So it's not where you have to go through it alone, it's where you have others that are there to reach out to you. And of course, I always like to throw this in, that if you don't feel like you have other people that you can turn to, you can always go ahead and reach out to a counselor as well to be able to help you on making those decisions and helping you with the answers to getting the answers that you need. And of course, I'm always here as well as another form of a spiritual counselor, and things like that. So that is there as well. So the next card here is that we'll have just overall, which is the Soul Truth deck, which is quite used by now, but it is there. So let us see what the overall message is for this week. These are always very accurate. It always astonishes me the lessons that come out from this deck here. Wow. Okay. How can I deepen my trust right now? Wow. Trust, surrender, let go of the wheel. You can trust yourself. Trust fully in yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Trust creates safety, and when we feel safe, we feel unstoppable. Today's soul actions, let go and trust. Today, find your center in the chaos and be certain with yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Wow. So that was really awesome. I definitely enjoyed that. But that is the angel messages for this week, and that brings us to the end of the video as well. And until next time, everybody, I'm sending you so much love, angel blessings, and I will talk with you all very soon. Bye, everybody.